Hi everyone, my name is Marty Harger, and if you haven't heard one of my videos before or seen some of the things that I teach about using doTERRA essential oils with a yoga practice, well, welcome. And I wanted to introduce myself by letting you know I'm one of the 4 co-authors of this book, the Essential Yoga Program. This is a guide that helps you create workshops that introduce the doTERRA essential oils and let people deepen and enhance their yoga practice by incorporating our sense of smell and aroma therapy, as well as the topical application and aromatic application of these beautiful essential oils. Now, this is a great book whether you're practicing at home by yourself, whether you're following an online class, teaching an online class, or if you're teaching outdoors or indoors now or in the future. So it's a wonderful tool that I hope you'll get a copy of if you don't have one already, which you can pick up, by the way, at Amazon or at aromatools.com. So the Essential Yoga Program Book is the foundation of many of the things that I teach here every week to give you new ideas and approaches that you can incorporate into your yoga practice. So again, whether you're a practitioner, an enthusiast of practicing yoga in its many forms, or you're a yoga instructor or a studio owner, I hope that you'll tune in to get some ideas and follow some of the previous videos that I've done. But today, I want to talk with you about the flow of life. And this sounds like a big, heavy topic, but I find right now myself that we're at a time where we're really doing a dance between tension and fear, and balancing that with healing, opening, and love. And in our yoga practice, we take time, and I hope you're taking time, to quiet yourself, to meditate, and to really go within to find the answers that are true for you. This is a very restless season of unknowns in our world, and I've been around for a while. I know this is a time where we have to find and discover a place of peace, of quiet, of reflection, where we can really tune into our own guidance, our own truth, our true nature. Because we're often bombarded with the blaring noise of what's going out in the world in terms of television messages, news information, social media feeds, opinions of people that we know and love that we may not always agree with. But to get to our deep truth of what's right and wrong for us, what we think and what we want to do about it, we have to really quiet ourselves. And this is part of the ebb and the flow of life. And what we're witnessing and experiencing isn't always comfortable. It doesn't always feel pretty. It doesn't always feel easy. It can be really an ugly mess, quite frankly. So today I want to offer you a beautiful meditation reading combined with an essential oil of Cypress. And if you don't have Cypress essential oil from doTERRA, I want to encourage you to, you can pick up helichrysum if you have that, but Cypress is a beautiful oil, and I'd love to help you get some if you don't have it already. It's not very expensive, but it's very powerful. Some people refer to it as baby helichrysum, and it helps move fluid in the body. It moves stagnation. So whether that is excess fluid, like things that happen in our monthly cycle, perhaps we've eaten something that's retaining fluid in our body and we want to get it moving. Cypress is a beautiful oil to support the flow of circulation, of creativity, of creation, and the flow of ideas. Cypress essential oil is a beautiful oil to get the flow of experiences coming in and leaving us. Energetically and emotionally, it's called the oil of motion and flow. And what I love about this oil is that it helps us increase flexibility in our heart and our mind. And it really is great if you're feeling stuck due to fear or lack of control. And a lot of us are feeling that lately. So this is an oil we can use to encourage us to let go and trust in the flow of life. And that flow of life is really what I want us to understand more about today in incorporating our oils. So take your Cypress essential oil and put a drop in your hand, 1 or 2 drops. And if you put 3, that's okay. Rub your hands together and cup that around your nose. And take a nice deep inhalation and hold it in and take in that aroma. What we find with the essential oils, with the tree oil like Cypress, is that as they unveil themselves to us, we start to notice different notes or aspects of that oil. And Cypress is a beautiful oil from a tree that many of you may think of when you think of Tuscany in Italy, these tall trees, these beautiful cypress trees. So I encourage you to put a little bit on your third eye, and if you ran out, put a little more on your hand, and you can dab it on your third eye, because we're really going to go in with meditation today, with the reading I'm going to do for you, and we're going to really focus on this idea of the flow of life, the ebb and the flow. So this is about a 5-minute meditation, and the reason that I'm here today with my little diffuser behind me, although that is not a diffuser from doTERRA, it's a diffuser that puts out a really gentle plume, and I want you to really zero in on what that looks like. I want you to really look at the way that the wind is carrying in my home, carrying this flow of the oil around the house. And that's really what I want you to be thinking about. Put that picture in your mind as you close your eyes with me. Maybe take one more inhalation off of your hands from the beautiful essential oil of Cypress, the oil of motion and flow, the oil that is there to get stagnation moving, to help you open up to your creativity. And recognize that this is a time, an opportunity to seek peace within, understanding, compassion for others, and balance in our lives. I'm going to be reading today a beautiful prayer that was from a book called Prayers for Honoring by a woman whose work I just love. Her name is Pixie Lighthorse. And this particular reading really spoke to me as something I wanted to share with everyone today that goes beautifully paired with the Cypress essential oil. So I encourage you to really notice, first of all, close your eyes. And I want you to really notice the rhythm of your breath. Notice the ebb and flow of your breath as you bring it in. Again, you can pull your hands up to your nose and smell that Cypress essential oil. If you don't want to close your eyes, then focus on the diffuser behind me. And let's together listen in to this idea in a meditation, about 5 minutes. Honoring ebb and flow. We honor our lives today by wading knee-deep in the light of your reflection. We are grateful for the uneven tides that keep us on our tiptoes in the constantly moving sand. Inspire peace in us. Even when we're treading water, help us cultivate trust that all is as it should be, as it was meant to be. Teach us to float effortlessly when the waves threaten to take us out for good. Help us learn that it is surrender held in tandem with our best effort that puts us on the right path. Help us, wise ones, to understand our true needs so we can reciprocate the generosity and abundance you give so freely. Teach us to see, read the tracks, and follow the markings that lead us to the healing places. Remind us that loss is just as powerful a teacher as gain. We know that we can learn to love both. Hold us in our suffering when we don't understand. Help us claim our grief and show others that we can make room for theirs too. Remind us that there is no such thing as personal pain. We are all experience suffering, and it is meant to be shared. Allow the forces of nature and spirit guide us to what we want, and help us learn the acceptance to receive exactly what we need. Pull us in and push us out. Agitate us gently to keep our cells turning over and the knowledge fresh. Brush off our accumulations and attachments at just the right time when something unknown is coming in. Show us how to walk in a meander, in a straight line, or even backward, which serves our highest potential. Even a free fall can be medicinal at the right time. Find us tabling our resentment when it's time to step back and observe, assess, and replenish our reserves. Find us in a flow of love, even when we are silent or holding ourselves at a safe distance. Help us feel our way through this day, giving and receiving love from you and those who surround us in a beautiful eclipse of reciprocity. Show us how to balance the doing season with rest. Grant us permission to plug into the great source for much needed rechargings. Let us give thanks and get our knees dirty, making offerings for grace. Take another deep breath in. And exhale. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me today here at Essential Yoga with Marty Harger. I love to offer ideas for you to incorporate into your yoga practice and into your life. And I hope that this idea of the flow of life, the ebb and flow of life, incorporating the Cypress essential oil is something that you can make use of and bring into your world at this time. I look forward to speaking with you again soon. In the meantime, wishing you a beautiful week. Namaste.